Recently, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) approved a 50% increase in telecommunications tariffs. This means Nigerians will now pay more for services like calls, data, and text messages. Telecom companies argued that the price increase is necessary due to rising operational costs, such as higher fuel prices and a weaker currency. However, many Nigerians are unhappy, as they are already struggling with inflation and economic hardship. Some believe the government should step in to reduce this cost rather than increasing tariffs. Tariffs are not only affecting telecom services but also international trade. Many governments place tariffs on imported goods to protect local industries or raise revenue. For example, in recent years, the United States has placed high tariffs on Chinese products, and China has responded by imposing tariffs on American goods. These trade policies can make imported products more expensive, sometimes leading to increased costs for businesses and consumers. Another example is the recent tariff increase on rice imports in Nigeria. The government raised tariffs to encourage people to buy locally produced rice. While this helps local farmers, it has also made rice more expensive for consumers. Some people are now smuggling cheaper rice from neighboring countries to avoid the high tariffs. Tariffs affect everyone, whether it's the cost of your mobile data, the price of food, or even the global economy. But what exactly is a tariff, and why do governments use it? Stay with us as we explain this concept through a simple African folktale in the next section. A long time ago, in the village of Nkwado, life was peaceful, but trade was difficult. The village had fertile land and hardworking farmers who grew abundant crops. However, the biggest market, where traders from different villages came to buy and sell goods, was across a wide river. The only way to reach the market was to take a long, winding road around the river, which took nearly a whole day to walk. The journey was tiring, especially for those carrying heavy goods. Traders often arrived at the market late, missing the best trading hours. Some people even gave up on selling at the market because of the difficulty of getting there. One day, a wise and wealthy man named Obi visited the village. He was known far and wide for solving problems in different communities. When he saw how the villagers struggled to reach the market, he decided to help. "I will build a bridge over the river," Obi announced. "This way, people can cross in just a few minutes instead of walking all day." The villagers rejoiced. With the new bridge, trade flourished. Farmers could sell their goods faster, and traders from other villages started visiting Nkwado more often. Everyone was happy, and life became easier. At first, Obi maintained the bridge with his own money. He hired workers to repair it whenever needed and made sure it was safe for everyone. But as years passed, the wooden planks began to rot, and the bridge needed more repairs. The cost of maintenance grew higher, and Obi could no longer afford to pay for it alone. One evening, Obi gathered the villagers and said, "My people, the bridge has helped all of us. But maintaining it is costly. If we do nothing, the bridge will collapse, and we will go back to suffering. I propose a small fee for those crossing the bridge with goods. This money will be used to repair and maintain the bridge so that it remains strong for years to come." Some villagers protested. "But the bridge was free before. Why should we pay now?" Others understood the need for maintenance and agreed. After much discussion, the village leaders decided that anyone crossing the bridge with goods for trade would pay a small fee, while those walking empty-handed could cross for free. At first, the fee was so low that nobody complained. Traders still made good profits because they could sell their goods faster. However, as years passed, the cost of wood, nails, and labor increased. To keep up with expenses, the bridge fee had to be raised slightly. A young trader named Ada was unhappy with the increased fee. She thought to herself, "Why should I pay when I can just take the long road around the river for free?" So Ada decided to avoid the bridge and take the old route instead. However, after several trips, she realized she was arriving at the market late and missing out on the best customers. She was also too tired to negotiate well, and her profits dropped. One evening, Ada sat down and thought, "If I pay the small fee, I save time and energy. That means I can sell more and earn more. Avoiding the fee is actually costing me money. From that day on, she gladly paid to use the bridge. Meanwhile, traders from a nearby village, Ikena, also wanted to use the bridge. Their own village refused to set up a system to maintain their bridge, and now it was broken and unsafe. Left with no choice, they started using Nkwado's bridge, even though they had to pay the fee. The village elders saw an opportunity. If outsiders want to use our bridge, they must pay a slightly higher fee than our own villagers, they decided. This extra fee helped Nkwado maintain the bridge even better, making it stronger and safer. But some traders from Ikena were unhappy. Why should we pay more than Nkwado villagers? They asked. The village elders explained, our own villagers contributed to building this bridge and have been paying for its upkeep for years. It is only fair that outsiders contribute a little more. Reluctantly, the traders from Ikena accepted the fee because they had no better option. Over time, they also saw that the well-maintained bridge helped them make more profits, so they stopped complaining. One season, a heavy storm came, flooding the river. The bridge shook under the force of the water, and many villagers feared it would collapse. However, thanks to the steady maintenance, the bridge remained strong. After the storm, some planks needed to be replaced. But because the village had been collecting fees over the years, they already had enough money saved to repair the bridge immediately. If they had not collected the fee, the bridge would have remained broken for months, harming trade and daily life. As time passed, some traders started complaining again. The fee should be removed. We don't want to pay anymore, they shouted. The elders reminded them, without the fee, there will be no bridge. And without the bridge, trade will suffer. To find a solution, the village decided to charge different fees based on the type of goods traders carried. Those selling expensive items like gold and fabric paid a little more, while farmers selling vegetables and small goods paid less. This system helped balance the cost, ensuring that the bridge remained useful to everyone. Over time, Nkwado became a prosperous town because of its well-maintained bridge. More traders came, businesses flourished, and people realized that the small fee they paid was actually an investment in their own success. Even the traders from Ikena, who had once resisted the higher fee, admitted that using a strong, reliable bridge was worth the cost. One day, Obi gathered the villagers again and said, "Do you see what we have built together? At first, some of you thought the fee was a burden. But now, you see that it has made Nkwado one of the most successful villages in the land." The villagers nodded in agreement. They understood that the fee was not just about paying money, it was about ensuring that the bridge remained strong and useful for generations to come. The story of Nkwado's bridge teaches an important lesson about tariffs. Just like Obi introduced the fee to maintain the bridge, governments place tariffs on imported goods to protect local industries, raise revenue, or fund essential infrastructure. At first, the villagers didn't understand why they had to pay. Similarly, people often complain when tariffs increase because they make goods more expensive. However, just as the bridge fee ensured the safety and growth of Nkwado's trade, tariffs can help a country grow its industries. When a government places tariffs on imported products, it can encourage people to buy locally produced goods, supporting businesses and creating jobs. But just like in the story, tariffs can also have challenges. If they are too high, traders or businesses may find ways to avoid them, like smuggling or finding alternative markets. This is why governments must carefully balance tariffs to avoid harming consumers while still protecting local industries. Another key lesson is that sometimes, paying a small cost can lead to bigger benefits. The villagers who used the bridge despite the fee ended up growing their businesses. In real life, businesses and consumers may struggle with tariffs at first, but in the long run, they can lead to economic growth and stability. In the end, the villagers of Nkwado saw that their small contributions helped their entire community. Similarly, when tariffs are well managed, they can strengthen a country's economy, ensuring a better future for everyone.